Okay. Back. I thought that I was going to be able to film in my office today, and our internet in our house now is like super duper dumb slow. So we're switching services as we speak. So thank you for your patience to come back on. I was going to show you my office and all kinds of stuff downstairs, but that just ain't happening right now. So anyway, so as I was before I got cut off, what I was talking about is that today what we're talking about with Motivation Monday is really about how to break the cycle of what's called the crazy cycle, or the spin cycle, or something like that, right? The cycle of just of pain, of struggle, all that kind of stuff. So when I describe MS to people, and when I describe working with neurological clients to people, I compare it, I use the analogy of, like, imagine yourself at the bottom of a hill, right? And you've been hanging out on this hill for a while, and it's been rainy, and it's cold, and it's kind of like dark, and you know you need to climb this mountain that you're sitting at the bottom of, but you don't know how to get started. And then someone comes along, me, and we're like, hey, we need to push this rock up this hill. And as we put this rock up the hill, you're going to start feeling better. And what happens is that as you start to push that rock up the hill, it's a muddy trail. And as you start to push that rock, you not only have to push the rock up the hill, but you're also in the mud. So your feet get heavy, or you start slipping, or it's just taking so much effort to try and push that rock up the hill. And then it starts to rain. And then the mud gets worse, and then you start to slide down even more, and it becomes a very, very big challenge. But as long as you keep your legs churning, and as long as you keep your body moving, you keep pushing that rock up a hill. Well, what happens when you stop? What happens? You either stay where you're at, or you start sliding back down the hill. And as you're sliding back down the hill, and you try to start pushing and pushing and pushing, it becomes exhausting. If you are pushing that rock up a hill and you stay focused on just keeping your feet moving and moving that rock up a hill inch by inch by inch, it sucks. It's tiring, but at least you know that rock is moving. Now, the other thing is that if you stop moving, you'll slide. The other thing is, if you look to the right, or if you look to the left and you get distracted and you're like, well, that hill looks better. Well, that looks easier over there. Why am I on this hill? Maybe I should stop and go back towards the bottom. Hi, Fran, I'm waiting for you. Maybe you go back towards the bottom of the hill and you're like, well, maybe I should start on that mountain. Or maybe I should start on that mountain. Or that trail over there looks like that leads to an easier path to go up this mountain. Maybe I should go over there. Or, well, hey, there's someone over there. Maybe they can help me. I want to leave this hill. Maybe I should go over there and climb the hill this way. Or maybe there's another hill over there. Well, they need me over there. They need me to help them push their rock. They need me to take my rock and put that down and then try to figure out how to get over to them. But every time that you do this, every time that you take your eyes off what you are supposed to be doing, what hill you are supposed to be climbing, what rock you are supposed to be moving upward, guess what happens? You slide down. You slide down that hill. You get distracted. You get distracted. Yeah, Jenny, I know you're climbing that every minute, day after day. It's exhausting. But here's the thing. You have got to keep moving up that hill. Because if you go over to that other side, that may be not the path that you're on. You don't have a guide over there. Because I'm on this hill with you. If you go over there and you let someone like a family member or a kid or workers at work or a project or something along the lines of, even though you think you're helping that other person, they're still taking you off this hill. Or you have someone else over there being like, well, maybe you should try this. Maybe you should try that. This can get you to that, to still, you're trying to get to the top of the mountain, but hey, come over here. This is faster. This is easier. You can get to the top faster and quicker or better. Don't do it. Don't do it, you guys. The hill that you've chosen at this point is the MS gym. Whilst you may be working with other people, and whilst you have other people that you may need to attend to in your life, there's nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with you stopping pushing that rock up a hill to go do something else, because guess what? When you start pushing back against MS and you start pushing back against the inertia and the gravity of that rock, which is MS, and that hill that is MS, and you take your eyes off that for 1 second, guess what happens? Boom, you're done. Boom, gravity takes you down. Boom, that rock rolls over you. Boom, the rainstorm gets more. Boom, you're down at the bottom and you sit there and you're like, I've tried this so many times and I'm back at the bottom again. How am I going to get back up? You got to keep moving, all right? That cycle of crazy that I'm talking about, that I talked about in the title, is the distractions that come in your path. Whether it be a well-intentioned family member, whether it be a child in need, whether it be your job, whether it be your church or your house of worship, whether it be you had a relapse, whether it be that you got bad news from your medical provider, whether it be that the infusion that you just took is kicking your butt, whether it be that, oh man, I just am exhausted today and I'm in depression, whether it be that you have a brain fog day, whether it be that you're just tired, whether it be that you think that an opportunity that may look better over there may get you to the place that you're trying to get to, and you leave the current path that you're on and it's bringing you success, it's gonna take you out. Like, I had one of these weeks this week, actually at the end of last week, and I had a lot of distractions disguised as opportunity come at me this week and last week. And they threatened us. They threatened the MS gym. They threatened my focus. They threatened to take me away from the one thing that I love the most, which is you all. God, family, you. That's literally how my life is formed at this point. God, family, the MS gym. And I had all these people coming at me and opportunities coming at me and things that look like nice, shiny opportunities to find more MSers coming at me. But then I had to sit back and realize that these opportunities were taking me away from you all. I fell behind on my emails. I fell behind on my posts, getting to be with you all, and I fell behind on my workouts. I fell behind on my family time. I fell behind on my spiritual time. I fell behind on my feeding my brain and my personal development. My quiet time, focusing on what I'm going to give to you all, was stolen, and I let it happen. Because I was trying to be like, how can we get to more people? How can we get to more people? But guess what? I didn't need to worry about that. We haven't gotten to 6,000 people by me not focusing on you all and seeking out more people and more opportunities and more marketing and more ways and paths to get to more MSers. My job is to be with you. My job is to give you all of me. My job is to give you lessons and programs and comment back to you all. My job is to focus. Yeah, Lily, you just said it. Karen, I'm with you. My job is to stay focused. My job is to not look left and not look right, but to stay on the path that's been given to me. To stay focused on the people that have been given to me. And if some of you have felt like you haven't gotten my full attention, I apologize. And I'm sorry. And you deserve more. And I want to get behind you and help you push that rock up. I want to get behind you and lower that mountain and the size of that hill. That's my job. My job is to be with you just like your job is to be with me. And to stay focused on what you're doing. And to stay focused on what the things are that you are supposed to be doing. All right? So here's the thing. Like, I'm passionately committed to you. And I know there's going to be opportunities that come up that they look like opportunities, but they're distractions. And they're only meant to throw me off and trip me up and take me away from my family, which is you and Misty and Isla and Brielle. And I'm not going to let it happen again. I'm not going to let it happen again. All right? I'm just not. But here's what I need from you. If I'm going to make that kind of commitment to you all, what I need from you is equal commitment. We all have distractions. We are all busy. We're all busy doing what? If you're living on this planet right now, you are busy. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Jenny. Amelia, I'm with you. I agree. I agree. We're getting advice from people that don't know what they're talking about. So anyway, what I need from you is I need focus from you. Some of you are doing an amazing job. Like, there's people whose husbands have had heart attacks and are in the hospital and they're still doing their MS gym exercises. There's people that are on trips that have printed out all their PDFs and take out their PDFs and they're like, I'm doing this on vacation. Those are people that are committed. There's people that have had issues at work and they're like, you know what, I had a horrible day, but I came home and I did your MS gym exercises, and they don't get stuck in this cycle of doing more, being more, moving faster. They're doing their MS gym exercises. Because guess what, you guys, like this isn't a hobby anymore. MS isn't a hobby. MS didn't pick you as a hobby. MS picked you as a full-time job. The destruction of you is a full-time job. The defeat of you is a full-time job. The thievery of your light as a full-time job. MS picked you as a full-time battle or sent one of its minions to come after you. You're welcome, Diana. You're welcome, boo. Here's the thing, you guys. Like, I don't want you to get distracted. And when days are exhausting, when 1 week things work and one things don't, that's distracting. Then you get depressed. Then you may have a relapse because you're stressed out and anxious and have stress. Then the brain fog comes. Then the depression comes. Then the hopelessness comes. Then the how am I going to get out of this comes. Right? I've been there. Not because of MS, but because of my own autoimmunity, because of my own faulty ways of thinking, because I'm constantly trying to figure out what's the best path for myself and my family. Well, guess what? I have it now. The best path for me, the path that God gave me is you, is the MS gym. The path that God gave my family, those two little girls, my wife, their passion, it's you. Isla just came up to me the other day and she said, Daddy, are you working on MS gym stuff? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, are there people getting better? I said, yeah. And she's like, well, you should keep talking to them. And she left. She knows. They know. There's people in this MS gym that, like, they know my name. Your families know my name. Do you know what an honor that is for me? Like, do you know what an honor that is for me? Like, to have your families, like, know my name? That's huge. Because we are a family, and we're only going to succeed as a family. And you need to keep pushing that freaking rock up a hill. You need to keep walking in the rain. You need to, like, keep walking through the mud. You need to say no. You need to say no to things that take you off your path. You need to say no to the people that are like stealing energy from you. Even though they may be the people that you love the most, if you get to a point where you're like, it's been a week and I haven't been in the MS gym and I'm starting to feel crappy again, you're doing it wrong. If it's been 3 days and you're like, man, my back hurts, man, my foot drop isn't happening, I probably should do my exercises. Yeah, you should. And if people give you a hard time, you guys, if people give you a hard time and they're the ones giving you advice and giving you a hard time because you're spending more time working on your MS gym exercises instead of being with them, guess what? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, energy vampire. Bye-bye, time sucker. Bye-bye, dream killer. Bye-bye, naysayer. Bye-bye, those who don't understand what I'm doing. I'm out. I'm out. If people try to take me away from you guys, my MS gym family, ever again, I'm out. Missy made it very clear, we're out. by some of the stuff that I went through last week. She's like, I have no idea how to function in any other arena besides serving our MS Gym family. Like, it is what we are put on this planet for. And you getting better and you succeeding and you getting stronger and getting better balance and getting that foot drop gone, or just moving when you don't feel like it is a victory. That is why you are here. So stop the crazy cycle. Stop listening to those people telling you that you're doing too much. Stop listening to those people that are telling you, well, maybe you need to spend a little more time on this and a little bit less time, we're focusing and obsessing over your MS Gym and this guy named Trevor, right? Nope. Because my intention isn't for you to be with me and hear me talk and all this kind of stuff. My intention and my passion and my mission and vision is to take all this in here and all this in here and give it to you so you can walk up that hill, so you can push that rock, so you can get out of the mud, so you can dance in the rain, so you can say no to all these other people, and give you so much confidence in what you're doing here that there's not even a temptation to go somewhere else. Or stop, or get distracted. There's room to compliment. There's room to add. I don't care if you add PT and Pilates and yoga and nutrition and getting on a treadmill or going and lifting weights. I don't care, but I want this to be your fundamentals. This is your fundamentals. Laura, that's amazing. Laura just did her first run after doctors told her to stop over a year ago. She ran 3 kilometers in 17 minutes. That's amazing. That's amazing, Laura. That's amazing. Good job. You are part of the reason why I'm here. So I need you guys to stop that crazy cycle. I need to stop that crazy cycle. I almost got caught up again, man. And this morning, it just came to me and I'm like, message from above being like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I had to stop and seriously walk up to a mirror and be like, no, not again. You're not getting distracted again. These are your people. This is your crew. You have 6,000 people almost that you're working with. You have people that are depending on you, that are walking with you. You stay the course. You stay the course. You stay the course. Do not get distracted. Because when we get distracted, we go into crazy time. When we get distracted, we fall down the hill. We end up sitting in a pile of mud with the rain pouring down on us with a rock against our face. I will not let that happen to you. I will not let that happen to you. You just got to stay tight, stick tight, believe that your body can learn this. Go into the MS Gym. There's people that are proving this correct every single day. You can do this. So I love you guys. Thank you for just letting me speak to you. I want to stop the cycle of crazy. I want to stop the cycle of doubt. I want to stop the cycle of I can't. I want to stop the cycle of this won't work for me. It works for others, but it doesn't work for me. That's BS. I want to stop the cycle of, well, I'm too far gone. I want to stop the cycle of I'm too overweight. I want to stop the cycle of I'm too weak. That's the cycle of crazy, man. That is the cycle of crazy. That is the cycle of crazy. That is a cycle of lies. That is a cycle of darkness. And it's just meant to distract you and throw you off. It throw you off. Fight back. Fight back against this. Fight back against this. Fight back against that darkness that tells you that you should be doing something different. This is too hard. There's an easier way. There ain't. This is you. Step by step, day by day, morning by morning, rep by rep, butt by butt, gut by butt, gut by gut, blade by blade, baby. That's what we're all about here. So I promise you, I'm staying focused. I'm not going to get distracted again. No matter what opportunity comes up, I'm always going to weigh it against what will this do for my MS Gym crew? Will this take me away from my family? And if it takes me away from you, and it gets me distracted, and it doesn't move all of us forward, and it doesn't allow me to communicate with you guys, and be with you guys, and teach you guys, and educate you guys, and motivate you guys, and pick you guys up, and love on you, I'm out. I'm out. Trevor, out. I'm out. We got this. Time for family, time for army, time for fleet. We got this. We're ready to go. We're ready to do this, all right? So I love you guys. Get to work. Do your thing today. If you need help, let me know. Focus on the pelvic tilt from last week. Focus on your core this week. Focus on your rebuild program if that's what you're doing. I don't care, man. I'm fired up. My hands are shaking because I'm so fired up right now, all right? But I'm not distracted. You've got to stop the cycle of crazy. Keep pushing that freaking rock up the hill. And I will help you make that rock smaller. I will help you make that hill smaller and lower. And I will help you dry up the rain and the mud that's underneath you. You just have to keep walking forward. All right? I love you. We got this. You got this. I got your back. Misty's got your back. You need to know that you can do this. You have this. You are strong enough. You are good enough. You are worthy enough to heal. And I promise you we'll keep going. I love you guys. Have an awesome day.